Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Shar and I am going to set up my September calendar, my monthly budget. I'm going to show you how I prep for like my weekly check-in. Is there something else I was going to do? I think those are the three things that I'm going to do. And then I'll decorate my calendar. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do something different that I normally don't do, because I have all these. I have this book from Keleva Plans. It has all these different colors, and they're fall colors. And you probably don't know, but fall is like my favorite season ever. So what I'm going to do is let me mark my paydays. And I just want to do, let's see, when do I get paid? So we get paid here, and we get paid here. So this is all, this week and a half is a check from in August. This will cover this check, and then this will cover that check. So we're going to use 3 different colors for our bills. And so right off the bat, do I have? First of all, I don't even know if I have 2 of each sheet. I feel like I should have. Do I? Oh, is that it? Is that the same? It is the same. Okay. So let's start. So we have our mortgage for September, which is covered by August stuff. This month on the 6th, I'm gonna put it on the 5th actually, but it's due on the 6th. My Prime membership, I'm also going to put here, these are covered with August checks as well. Okay, where's that other? I wish the duplicates were like right behind each other. That would make it so helpful. Well, dang, how many colors are there? Oh my God, this is comical. Okay, so I need another one for Aaron. Come on. Da-na-na-na-na. I've been humming all day. Okay. So all of those are covered there. Now we need another color for here. And how many bills do I have that comes out there? 2, 3. Really? Is that so? Huh, interesting. Okay. Let's find a fall. That's not a fall color. Fall color. Oh, that's a fall color. Okay, here we go. I think I only have 3. Okay. So for this paycheck on the 10th, I only have my internet bill. Then I have Peacock. And I have Roku. That's coming out. Okay, now we need one more fall color. I've seen another one in here. At least I thought I did. I guess we'll do a green. That'll work. Okay, so green paycheck. We have 3 bills on the 25th. So we have our internet, nope, cell phone, our Fed tax, and we have our Apple storage. Boom. And then we have 3 more. So I need, where's that other sheet? Aha. We have on the 28th, that one. Then we have two bills that come out the very last day of every month. And let me write these in because I feel like I'm missing something. I am missing something. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. I know what I'm missing. It's a new bill, which is why. It is due on the 1st. That's probably crooked. Okay, so we have our Discover credit card, then we have our mortgage, and I'm gonna put $1,400. That's what I pay. That's not what my mortgage is. Let me just do one sheet at a time. So we have Ameren. Don't know what that bill is yet. And then I have my city. Utilities, I don't know what that is yet. I have my internet. I'm not gonna write what this one is because I have a feeling that one of these months is gonna go up, like just out the blue. Roku is $10.99. Then we have Peacock. I think I did that backwards, but whatever. $10.99. Then here I have my credit score app, and this is $39.95. Then we have pest control on the 30th. That is $54.18. Then I have Apple Care, and this is $13.49. All right, now let's swap over. Ooh, I'm missing one bill. I realize what it is. Okay, so then this is my Prime renewal, and this will come from my sinking funds, and that is $140. Then here I have Apple storage, and this is currently $2.99. I have Fed tax. I'm writing the minimum because I'm keeping track of extra debt that I paid to this separately on my budget sheets. So this is $120. Then cell phone. I thought about doing that Mint Mobile, like everybody talks about, but me and my children are with Metro, and so Metro and Mint Mobile for their unlimited plan is the same price. We pay $30 a month, so it's the same price that you would pay for a whole year unlimited for Mint Mobile. So, and they have good coverage, so there's no point in us switching. So that's $92. And the last bill that I forgot, because it's an annual bill, we go see therapy, psychiatrists, all that. Just because you get a diagnosis or you got to take medicine, don't make you crazy. don't mean you can't function in normal society. No, absolutely not. And this might be a message for you. Girl, pick up that call. Go on, schedule an appointment with your therapist. If somebody's judging you because of it, they ain't your real friends, okay? Because I can tell you several of my coworkers, honey, if I had to pick up in the phone and seek therapy, they knew it was something. And honey, they have got themselves in therapy. And I'm their biggest cheerleader over here. Absolutely. What you need? You need me to do something? Need to use my office? Close the door? What you need? Need a vent? Yes. When is that bill due? It's gonna be due here. Do I have another yellow? Surely I do. Well, maybe. Maybe not. Aha. Is that the same one? I feel like it's not. Okay. So my last one is, I'm super shaky because I have not ate and I really need to go eat. It is not the same color. Doggone it. Okay, whatever. This is, what is this? AAA. And this is for me and my one daughter only. The other two opted out. And so this is 180. Okay. Do. Now, I need to do, I don't know what I did. I think I just did the scripts. Okay. So, I needed this month. Boom. And at the very bottom, I'm gonna put what's happening next month. I don't think anything's really happening next month. Then I have one. Let's do, I have some goals. And then I have this. I want to just give myself a little bit of ideas on some, nope. Did I do that right? Oh yes, because I have that right there. Okay. So meal plan, perfect. And then I'm gonna put this here for any financial books that I'm going to read. School starts back up, so I know that I probably will, or school will have started back up. Financial books or articles that I read, and I have more of these if I need to add more. I also have, I'm gonna say right here, so let me find, I'm gonna use these, something. Let's do these two. Okay, so I should have therapy session here, or at least in that week. I can't put it there, so let's just stick it here. It should fall in this week somewhere. And put therapy. And then once it comes through, I'll write what my copay amount is. Boom, boom, which is like 25 something. What else do I need to do? Is there something I need to do? Is there? I think that is it. Now let's see if I got some deco somewhere. I was going to put some washi or something. I'm not. So let me do, put my little September sticker. Okay. I'll be having moments over here. Y'all along for the ride, okay? Let's see. This book is all torn to hell right here, but let's see what we got up in here. I don't know, but it's fall, and I really, really feel like these two things are going to apply. School has started. I'm gonna need a glass of wine. One of these days, it's coming. Come on. See, that's why I don't like these little, what you call these stickers? Them little see-through stickers. That's what I call them. See-through stickers. Baby, because they just too hard to get up off the page. And ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, we gonna have a glass of wine sometime this month, maybe a couple times this month. Do not judge me, judge your mama. Boom. And do we need some spa release something? What else we got in here? Oh, ooh. Okay, y'all. This was not part of my plan, but here we are. Here we go. Ooh. Baby, I know I'm gonna need this right here on this last day. I mean, if y'all know anything in bookkeeping, accounting world, end of the month, and especially depending on type of accounting you do, the end of the month can be absolute hell. Trash. 1 out of 10, do not recommend. Okay, so there's that. Them is springtime flowers. I need fall flowers. I don't even know what a fall flower is. Is there like a specific type of fall flower? I'm howling. I need fall flowers and don't even know. Baby, come on. It won't come out. This video is going to be really long. I'm sorry, y'all. Hopefully y'all stuck to the end, but if not, it'd be all right. We definitely going to need a quote. Let's see what we got. Be gentle with yourself. You can't pour from an empty cup. Yeah, I need that one. Tomorrow needs you. Well, I'm not going to do nothing to myself. I'm going to be here every day. Self-care is not selfish. You got that right. You are beautiful, strong, worthy, and loved. Mental health matters. I'm going to put, I need this one. I don't need it because I go to therapy. But so many people that I know, especially from the Black community, they don't go seek therapy. We were raised and taught, and I know my parents, even in my family, you don't tell people your business, or ain't nothing wrong with you, or you get over it. Absolutely not. Nope. Baby, we seek therapy and help. And doctors, we got an ache, you better call the doctor. No, we're not. I'm not doing that. I don't pass that down to my children. We're going to do all of that. Okay, so I'm not going to use any of that. I think we're good for now with that. Okay, so now let's go to this over here. Bring my little calendar, girl, my calculator. We're going to get life together. And so this is September. Okay. And I have both my sheets over here. It's my second half. I'll leave that right off to the side. Okay, so for my part-time, I have been budgeting excuse me, about $8.15 a paycheck. So that's going to be $16.30. And then my kids give me, between the three of them, $2.40 a paycheck for their payment on their cruise. So that's going to be $4.80. Plus, two of them pay me for their cell phone. So that's $60. So that's going to be a total of $5.10. I don't budget any rollover. The actuals, we will calculate that at the end of the month. So for my full time, I am probably going to budget about $3,700 for the month. Maybe more, maybe hopefully not ever less, but we shall see. That's on the very low end, especially since school is just starting. I figure it's probably going to be a little bit higher. I do some extra work as well. The school that will put me in overtime. But I budget low so that when my checks come in, it's not ever lower than I actually budgeted for, if that makes sense. So we have $5,840 for the month. My mortgage, I pay $1,400. My mortgage is $1,275, so an extra $125 goes to my principal payment, and then $30 is going to be for my extra escrow that I've been paying for the past couple months. So that will be $1,430. I am going to guess that my budget that is $16 because this bill will come from August, and it's hot, so $16. This is my natural gas. My city utilities is my electric and my water. It was high in August, so I am going to budget. These are paid. Let me take that back. This Ameren UE bill that I'm paying or that I'm budgeting for in September is actually paid for October, because my September monthly is going to go from 9/10 to 10. Is it 10/8? Let's see. Where's it at? Yes. So it goes to 10/7. And so I'm budgeting that money for October payment. So the utilities used in primarily August or September will be for that I will pay in October. Lord, I feel like I can't talk. What I'm paying or budgeting for in September will be paid in October, but will be for actual September usage. Lord, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna budget at $230 because it was high for August. August. I do not know September's yet, so we're just gonna base it off of what we paid in August. Peacock will be $11. Our internet will be $90, and Roku will be $11. Our cell phone is $92, and our minimum payment for our back taxes will be $120. Apple storage is $3. The FICO app is $40, and Apple Cares $14, and then pest control is $55. So our total fixed for September budget is $2,112. And I can tell you already I've done something wrong, but I will go back and fix it in my actual, as I forgot to bring money in from my sinking funds to cover my AAA renewal and my Prime renewal. So if I take 5,840 minus 2,112 gives me 3,728. Okay, so then we're going to take that amount. We're going to come over here to page 2. So for my therapy for this month, I am going to budget $120. The cruise payment, so my kids are doing $480 for the month. I do $160, so that will be $640. Discover, I am going to guess. I do not know at this moment what my payment will be. And if you do not know and you are new here, I had to get my roof replaced. My homeowner's insurance required it at 100% cost of me. So that is roughly $9,000. I applied for a Discover card. I got the card with more than enough to cover the roof. It is 0% interest for 18 months. So I put it on that card. So then everything that I pay is going strictly to the principal or what I owe. And my goal is to have it paid off in 15 months or less. So we will see how that works. But right now I'm just going to budget $300 as the minimum payment. That it may be more than that. I'm probably banking that it will be more. I am budgeting that I will have this Quicksilver card paid off in August. So it will not be a payment. And if you're new, every paycheck I used to budget $125. So a monthly amount in a normal month was $250. So I'm just taking that $250 over here to the Discover, and I'm going to add an extra $50, hoping that that's what the amount's going to be. So for my variable expenses this month, $460 is what we are budgeting. And if I subtract that from 3,728, which is what we had left over, we now have 3,268. Okay, so now we come over to our cash envelopes. I do like a little, this is how I go. So groceries, it is just me. I'm an empty nester. So 350 is way more than I need for groceries for myself. For home, I'm budgeting $30. I do $15 per paycheck. And I have recently started, if I do not spend this money, I have an envelope in my sinking funds that I put that money into so that I can then build up that envelope to bulk buy. I usually go to Sam's. It's either biannually or once a year, depending on what I need to stock up on things. And so I will use that money for that. Fuel will be $320. Spending, we do $80, $40 per paycheck. Eating out will be $60, so that's $30 per paycheck. And then miscellaneous is $5 per paycheck. And then my medication, I am upping it to $40 per paycheck. In the summer, I lowered it, and I lowered my therapy amount down to $30. So we're going to make this now for the month $80. I pay about $60, $65 a month for all the medications that I take, which is, how many medications I have? 4 pills, and then I have topical, so 5. And then unbudgeted, of course, we don't budget anything for unbudgeted. So our total amount for cash envelopes is $930 for the month. If I subtract that from 3,268, that leaves us with 2,338 to come on down here to our extra savings. So automatically every paycheck, before I see it, $75 is taken out and transferred to my high yield savings account every paycheck. So that will be a total of $150 this month. And that is in my Capital high yield savings. And then I have an Ally high yield savings, and I have $10 each paycheck taken out and put over here. So that's going to be $20. My base amount for my sinking funds, each paycheck I do $250. That includes money that I put aside for my 6-month premium for my car insurance, money that I put aside for all my annual and biannual payments like my AAA or my Prime or my security cameras, Sam's Club, those kind of things. That includes that as well. So we are going to do $500 for the month. If I have in my paycheck, if I have any rollover from like my cash envelopes, all of that rollover then gets added to my sinking fund. So potentially it can be more than $250 that I will stuff for that given paycheck. And for a buffer, this buffer is for my bills account. I have one checking account for my bills, and then I have one checking account where my checks go, and then where I make my debt payments. So like my credit cards and stuff like that comes from a separate account because all of my bills are on auto pay. So everything, all my bills come out of the one account. I do $10 per paycheck, so this will be $20. So total for our extra savings, we have $690. And if I subtract that from 2,338, that leaves us $1,648. Okay, and we're going to bring that over here. So we should not have Quicksilver. So then my next priority is my back taxes, but I also still want to put a little extra towards this Discover credit card. So because this amount, if everything rings true, and at the bare minimum, I get this amount for my 2 jobs. At the bare minimum, if that's what I get, then I'm going to put an extra $300 to Discover. Okay, so that's $1,648. If I take the 300 away, that then leaves me $1,348 to pay towards my back taxes. And that's perfect. If I can do that, you know, what's it, September, October, November. So if I can do that for the next 4 months, I will pretty much have my back taxes paid off, because not only am I paying the $1,348, I pay a minimum of $120 as well. So just this month alone, I will pay $1,468 to my back taxes. And if I can do that for October, then that will pay off one of my back taxes alone. And then the extra will go to the second one. I only have two years that I'm paying off, and then I'll be done. And that will be perfect. And then if I could, that will be September and October. So if I can do that for November, December, then the second one will be paid off, and then I will be done. And then I can focus all of the money, the extra money, towards this Discover card, in hopes that I can pay them about $2,000 each month. And if that's the case, starting in January-ish, if I can pay them $2,000 each month, then theoretically I should have it paid off by this time next year, if not sooner. You know, everything is subjective. It can change. So our total amount for this amount is $1,648, which leaves us $0. So if we recap everything, just to see an overall shot, my income, I'm budgeting $5,840. My total fixed expenses is $2,112. Now let's subtract while we're doing this. My variable expenses, I am predicting $460. My variable, what did I do? Oh, my cash envelopes, I am predicting $930, or budgeting. Why I keep saying predicting? So then that leaves me $2,338. So then for my extra savings, I am budgeting $690, which then leaves me for my extra debt $1,648. So then this leaves me $0 to roll over for October. So that is that, right? Okay, so we got one more thing to set up, and we will be done. Okay, so then here's my little weekly check-in, and this is September. I'm gonna put the dates for the weeks, but let me show you so I do groceries, home, fuel, my spending. I do eat out, miscellaneous, and unbudgeted. I do not, even though my medication envelope is in my wallet, I do like write it on my expense tracking sheets, but I do not do a weekly check-in for that because that money is never pulled, if that makes sense. I won't pull that money. So this week, and I'll fill in the other ones as I go throughout the month. So this week is just a few days. It's the 1st through the 3rd. And when I do this weekly check-in, I try and keep all the days within that month. I never like, so technically this is like 3 days. Most people or some people may pull from August, but I don't do all that. I just keep it all in one month. But I added this so I know if this week is rollover money or if it's added money. So this week I know will be rollover money. And then this week will be the 4th through the 10th. And I do it to the 10th because I'm paid on Wednesdays. And so, and I stuff my wallet and stuff Wednesdays. So as long as I don't spend anything during the day on Wednesday before I come home and stuff my wallet and do all my things, then we're good. So this will also be rollover. And then when I come here for the 11th through the 17th, this is money that I will add. Then let's flip over here. This week is the 18th through the 24th. And this will be rollover money from this paycheck. And then our last week will be the 25th through the 30th. And this will be money that I will add because we will get paid on the 24th. And then at the end, I just do a spending recap. So I can, like if I wanted to adjust my budget, so say I'm trying to see how much I truly spend on groceries. Then groceries, I will add up all the money that I've added for September. And then I will put all the money that I've spent for September. And because this has some rollover in it, I would probably include this rollover. So I would include this rollover, this rollover, this adding, and this adding. And this will be all the money that I started the month or that I've given myself for the month for groceries, how much I spent, and the remaining. And then I would do that for all of them. And then I can look and see, maybe I'm not spending $350 for groceries. Maybe I'm not spending $320 for gas. Maybe I need to bump my gas up to $350 or $380. You can kind of see what envelopes you're going over in or what envelopes you're not really spending. And you can make a better spending plan, a better budget for yourself. Maybe you want to like constrict a little bit more. Maybe you want to give a little bit more in some envelopes. And that's what that is for. So each of these sheets that I've showed you will be in a Google Drive. I have it in a Google Drive. I will link it down below. And you can print out the calendar, your weekly check-in, monthly budget, cash planning. There's a paycheck plan, and there's also hold on. Let me show you. Let me just show you a month. So there will be the calendar. It's all blank. The 2-page monthly budget. Then you will have your weekly check-in. And I do believe I gave to, some people want to do like a weekly expense tracker, one per week. And some people like to just do it, like if you're bi-weekly, some people do 1 or 2 sheets for that entire paycheck. It's totally up to you, but I think I did 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 sheets. Then you have the paycheck plan. You have your cash planning, your 2 sinking fund budgets. I've left the main categories here, except for I took the overflow out. I may have left the challenges. I'm not for sure. But I left like holiday, priority, all of that. These are my personal envelopes. I've taken those out. So it's blank. You would have to write your own in there. And then you get three paychecks, plans, and sinking funds. You get your cash planning and all of that. And that's for 1 month. So I have the sheets individual because maybe you don't want all the sheets, or maybe you want the whole month and you can just print the entire month and make sure that you select back to back if you want it back to back. Because I have like a blank page in some of the spots so that it prints correctly, because I like to see my calendar like this. I want both my monthly budgets I want the sheets to be across from each other. I want my weekly sheets to be across from each other. And I like to have my paycheck and my cash planning right here across from each other. And the same, I want both of my sinking funds across from each other. So I will have a file in the Google Drive that will say monthly budget sheets. And I will probably put in parentheses all sheets or something of that nature, so you'll know that it's the entire month. And then the other ones are individual. I'm not asking for anything. This is free. And it's for you to download and print as many times as you want, because we're all on a journey to be either financially free, buy our first home, save for retirement, whatever the case may be. So this is just to help you on your journey so that you can create your own little budget book without having to spend any money. This is the Happy Planner disc system. And the rings are like maybe $10. Maybe you can catch like a planner that's on clearance and take out the pages and then just use the sheets, which is what I did. I had a planner for like 10 or 15 bucks. And now I have the sheets. I'm not using the Happy Planner sheets, but I wanted it so that I had this. And I have the big Happy hole punch. And so I just punch my sheets. And that is another thing. These are, I mean, I guess you can resize them, but these are created to be a full letter page, 8.5 by 11. That's just my preference. I know there are quite other people who like that preference as well. If you don't, I think that there's a way that you can resize it to like 7 by 9. I am not that person for that. I don't know how you would do that. So you may have to Google that. But that is an option if you wanted to download those sheets and use those. And with that being said, we have completed our monthly budget setup, and we are prepared for the month of September. I'm going to, I don't know why I just put that book to the side. So let's go to September. This is September. And let's just put our pages back in. You don't have to have these dividers. I'm gonna show you another option that I find. Hold on. Sorry, my chair is squeaking, but girl, this is real life over here. I'm not spending no money to buy no chair that don't squeak. I ain't doing it. So I got these off of Etsy. And these stickers. I got these a long time ago, and I found, who did it? If you like 8.5 by 11, and or if you want 7 by 9, she has both. Is I think it's called the Organized Money. She has a pack of these. They're like 5. She has the ones that are the side, right? And she also has the top tabs, because my top tabs takes me to my tracking sheet. I have one that's labeled that takes me to my budget. And you can have, multiple ones. but they're the best quality that I have found, and they're also the best price that I have found. For a pack, I think they're like, the top ones are you get 4 in the top, and I think on the side you get 5 or 6. So maybe it's 6, because then you can just do 2 packs for a whole year. And so I don't have the whole month in there, I just have the rest of this year. And then I have my other tabs back here that's empty, and so then I will swap out that way. But if you don't want to do that, you can go to Amazon and get these. These are repositionable. And I've used these in other books and things that I have. And if you just take a permanent marker and you can just write on it. Let's see. Let's go, where are we at? September. So you can take a permanent marker and write, I don't know, budget, tracking, weekly check-in, whatever it is you want to do. And you would just take, oh, and they're thick. Is that 1 or 2? Oh, that's 1. So, and you just stick it here. And get your top tab. You can do it as a side tab. And then when you are done and you want to move it to the next one, it peels right off until it doesn't become sticky anymore. And reposition it. I think I've used 1 tab for several months. I mean, like 5 or 6 months, just moving it, flip-flopping it, moving it every which way. I have a weekly planner that is a printable, so I don't have to spend money on a weekly planner. Girl, I got these tabs, honey, and my weekly plan, my monthly plan, boom, boom. My meal plan, top tab. And then I don't have to spend any money. And yeah, I mean, if you want to, maybe you want these durable tabs, which, I mean, you can't go wrong because it's an awesome price. That is totally up to you. But that is all that I have for today because, girl, I'm just out here running my mouth. I apologize, but I got a little excited. So I hope that you guys are sticking to your budget and you have your plan going on for September and you know where your money is going. And until I see you in my next video, I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day.